a wonderful feeling to be part of this group this early morning. It's not that I have an appointment to leave early, it's just that I have motherly duties to do with 2 teenage girls. So being a Sunday, it's my, a practice for the last 18 years since my first one was born that Sundays is exclusively for my daughters and I don't do anything on a Sunday. But since this AITUC convention was so important and it's very close to my heart, when Valida spoke to me about it, I couldn't say no to her and I said yes, it will be an honor and privilege to be part of this wonderful group here. So here I am. But I seek your apology that I will be leaving a little early. So please pardon me for that. We women have been fighters right from the time not we were born, but even in a mother's womb, whether we should be seeing this day of the light of this world. Gone are the days where people would say, "Arey, आपके घर में लड़की पैदा हुई है यार, कैसे बड़ा करोगे, कैसे उसको पालोगे? अरे पैदा तो हो गई, अरे यार पढ़ाई क्यों कराना है? फाइनली तो चूल्हा चक्की झोंकेगी. So why do you want to make her study?" From then, the minute she is 14, get her married. The best way. Your responsibilities are over. हाथ धो दो. कई गंटे बर्तन तो बात 15 वयस्సు Sasikala பண்ணி கொடுத்துருங்க. அதெல்லாம் தாண்டி இன்னைக்கு நம்ம எல்லாரும் இங்க நிற்கிறோம். அது எல்லாத்தையும் தாண்டி இங்க உட்கார்ந்து பேசிட்டு இருக்கோம். எவ்வளவு போராடி வந்திருக்கோம். ஆனா போராட்டம் ஒரு நாள் 2 நாள் கிடையாது. வாழ்நாள் நம்ம போராடிட்டு தான் இருக்கணும். இந்த உலகம் உருவாக்கப்பட்டது அப்படி. இந்த உலகம் உருவாக்கப்பட்டது, this world is not made because God descended from the top and He said, okay, this is how women should be, this is how men should be. The rules for women were created by the men. Rules for women were created by the misogynist mindset of men who decided that this is how a woman should be. But I don't know how many of you know that there were times when the bichu or minty, the toe ring, what we married women love to wear and always have on display, I wear it too. It was actually a male ornament. The reason being, women are not supposed to look up at men, so the minute they look at the toes, they would know that this man is a married man and I should not have any kind of a conversation with him, and that is how it was an ornament of men. Now how it came to women, I don't know, because men never tend to look at our feet. It's always not at the face, a little below the neck. We need to really work hard in deciding where do we look ourselves. Where do you want to find yourself? Not 5 years or 10 years down the lane. But ourselves is what I mean. The movement, the atmosphere, the world we want to create for the next generation, for my daughters, your children, your grandchildren, my grandchildren, and the girls who are going to take the world forward. Nehruji always said, if a girl studies, if you educate a girl, you educate a family. And this is so true. It's not about the education which is in books. It's about the education as to what you tell her from the time she is born. You tell her that she is equal to any other man in the family. You tell her that you have equal rights to live your life the way you want to, like anybody else in this world. You tell her that you have equal rights to study, to educate yourself, to liberate yourself the way you want to, not because the society wants, because you are you and you belong to this country just as anybody else. You tell your girl at home that you are going to make a difference in this world. You tell your girl that you are Jhansi Rani, you tell her you are Vijayalakshmi, you tell her you are the Indira Gandhi. That is the girl we want to see in our country. That is a woman we want to see. We want more of women to come forward and say that I am equal. You know what is the most toughest job, according to me, for a woman? And we are never paid for that, and that is being a housewife. A lot of women feel, say, what are you doing? Oh, வீட்டில் தான் சுமாராக இருக்கேன். எங்கள் வீட்டில் சுமாராக இருக்கிறது அவ்வளோ சாதாரண விஷயம் கிடையாதுங்க. காலையில் 4 மணிக்கு நீங்கள் எழுந்திரிச்சு எல்லாருக்கும் காஃபி போட்டு பசங்களை ஸ்கூலுக்கு அனுப்பி வீட்டில் சமையலை முடிச்சுட்டு வீட்டு வேலையை முடிச்சுட்டு பாத்திரம் கழுவி துணி எல்லாம் துவச்சி வீடு சுத்தமாக வைக்கிறது, மத்தியானம் சாப்பாடுக்கு ரெடி பண்ணுறது, சாயந்தரம் உங்கள் கணவர் வரும்போது காஃபி போட்டு கொடுக்குறது, வீட்டில் மாமியார் இருந்தால் அவங்களுடைய பேச்சு காதில் வாங்குறது, கூடவே யார் யார் இருக்காங்க அவங்க எல்லாரும் கவனிச்சுட்டு கடைசியில் தூங்குறவங்க நீங்க, ஆனா காலையில முதலாக எந்திரிக்கிறவங்க நீங்க. So I think that is the job. இன்னைக்கு சுமாரா இல்ல, வெளியில போறவங்க என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க, 9 மணிக்கு போவாங்க, 5 மணிக்கு கைக்கு சுத்திட்டு வந்துருவாங்க, வீட்டுக்கு வருவாங்க, காலை போட்டு உட்காந்து பேப்பர் படிச்சுட்டு இருப்பாங்க, டிவி பார்த்துட்டு இருப்பாங்க. ஆனா ஒரு செகண்ட் கூட கேப் விடாம நீங்க வேலை பார்த்துட்டு இருக்கீங்க. So housewives are not somebody who say that, oh, I don't do anything. I think that's the biggest, toughest job, and I have greatest respect for women who say that I'm a housewife. You, the housewife, are the working class, but you're not paid. And we don't want to be paid because we feel we take pride and we take to do things for the people we love because we love them unconditionally. But what about the women who go out and work? Education or no education? They go out and work. The hardest working class is the working class, and women for that matter. With all these sexual harassments and Me Too movement we are talking about, tell me one woman in this auditorium who would say that I take a local bus, I take a local train, I walk down the street, or I take a share auto and I have not been felt or have not been touched. That is a sexual harassment. We need to address it, we need to speak about it. But a strong woman will not wait for 20 years to speak. A strong woman will speak then and there. She will have the guts to turn around and slap and say, listen man, you don't have the rights to touch me. And that goes even to a sexual worker. Because even a sexual worker has a choice and she will say, I don't want to take my customers today. So sexual harassment does happen, but we need to speak and address the issue then and there. I stand with all the women who face different kinds of problems. I stand with every woman who says that I need to achieve something in this world. I stand with every woman who says tomorrow is mine and I am working towards it. I have a dream. मेरा सपना है, मैं सपना पूरा करके रहूंगी चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, क्योंकि वो सपना मेरा है, मुझे सपना देखने का अब तो पूरा है, इसलिए मैं सपना देखूंगी और अपना सपना पूरा करूंगी. I stand with all those women. The kind of problems our country is faced with today is very, very alarming, disturbing. We are distorting history. We are taking away the elements which build this country. This government is hell-bent on creating a new India which spells nothing but disaster. And how are we going to help that? I think we all, I go for work too, I am paid. So I am also part of that working class. So how are we going to change it? I don't know anybody from the current government from Adams. I mean, I don't have anything to do with them personally. I'm sure most of us who do not agree with the current government's policies on different issues, we do not know them. But then we do understand. We have a mind to think and we allow ourselves to think and say that this is what is happening is absolutely wrong. When you look at the policies for the working class, It is definitely the capital cronyism which has been seeping in majorly. This government has been talking about policies which is not going to help the poor, the aam janata, the common man, a very, very common woman. It's going to help all the rich. The rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. You want to get a loan from the bank, you have to submit every possible document. You have to submit Aadhaar card, which the Supreme Court says it's not mandatory. But this government insists that no, you have to have it. Gone are the days when you want to walk into the airport or any other place and show your ID as your passport as your ID. Now they say no, you show your Aadhaar card. And the Supreme Court बोलता है वो mandatory नहीं, मोदी जी बोले वो mandatory है, उसका आपको दिखाना पड़ेगा. Where are we heading? You don't get anything for yourself. But the rich friends, they very comfortably leave the country. And who bears the brunt for the amount of loans which are unpaid? It is not any political party which is paying for that. It is you. It is you who is paying it through your nose because you work from morning to evening, your hard work. Every penny counts. Every penny. लेकिन उसमें हो क्या रहा है? आपका पैसा बच रहा है आपके हाथ में? जिस तरह से आज पेट्रोल और डीजल के भाव बढ़े हैं, जिस तरह से आज एलपीजी गैस का भाव बढ़ा हुआ है, सब्सिडी लेकर आए थे एलपीजी गैस, क्या हुआ? 2 दिन की चांदनी उसके बाद में फुट. फिर कहा कि मोदी जी ने कहा था कि एफडीआई तो मेरे शव के ऊपर से आएगा. Oh my dead body, FDI will be allowed. 100% FDI will be allowed. And by yet we are not even talking about 100% FDI. And आज 100% FDI इस कंट्री में है, तो वर्किंग क्लास कहाँ गया? जो लोग रोजगार हैं, जो मतलब जो रोज कुआं खोदते हैं, पानी पीते हैं, वो कहाँ गए? वो तो गए बेचारे कुआं खोद रहे हैं, उनको पानी नहीं मिल रहा. एक बूंद पानी के लिए यहाँ से वहां दौड़ रहे हैं, एक बूंद पानी के लिए कहां से कहां जा रहे हैं, लेकिन कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता क्योंकि कान में जू नहीं लगती. फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि आप कितनी तकलीफ में हो. हमें एक साथ खड़े होके, एक साथ रहकर, एक मुट्ठी जब उंगलियां अलग अलग हो, हम सबकी सोच, हम सबकी थॉट्स, हम सबके विचार अलग अलग होंगे. हम எல்லாருடைய மனநிலை வேற மாதிரி இருக்கும். இதுதான் இருக்கணும், பொலிட்டிக்கலி இப்படிதான் யோசிக்கணுங்கிறது கிடையாது. நம்ம ஜனநாயக ரீதியாக நம்ம எல்லாருக்கும் அந்த உரிமை இருக்கு. நான் எந்த கட்சி தேர்ந்தெடுக்கிறனோ, எந்த கட்சி எந்த தலைவர் தேர்ந்தெடுக்கிறனோ, அந்த உரிமை நமக்கு இருக்கு. ஆனா தவறுகள் நடக்கும்போது நிச்சயமாக நின்னுட்டு கேள்வி கேட்கிற உரிமை நமக்கு இருக்கு. ஆனா இன்னைக்கு இந்த சமுதாயத்திலே, இந்த பிஜேபியால உருவாக்கப்பட்ட சமுதாயத்தை நம்மளால கேள்வி கேட்கிற உரிமை கூட கிடையாது. The minute you speak against the ruling government, you are anti-national. There is no room for dissent. Democracy is being slaughtered. Your own ideas are being killed. You are being forced by a group saying this is what you have to eat, this is what is going to go into your plate. I will decide what will go into your plate. I will decide what you have to wear. I will decide who will be your friends. I will decide which God you should believe and pray to. I will decide as to whether you should live or you should not. What are we doing to this country? We the working class, आम जनता कहते रहते हैं. इस आम जनता ने ही आज देश को इतना आगे बढ़ाया है. इतने इतने सालों में जब से हमें फ्रीडम मिली है तब से आज तक आम जनता ने इसको चलाया है। आप वोट देते हैं, चाहे वो कांग्रेस हो, बीजेपी हो या कोई भी पार्टी हो, जनता दल थी इससे पहले, जो भी हो, आप वोट देते हैं, आप डिसाइड करते हैं। लेकिन जब गलत होता है तो हमें पूरा हक बनता है पूछने का कि हमारे साथ ये गलत क्यों हो रहा है। அந்த உரிமை கூட நம்ம கிட்ட இருந்து எடுத்துட்டு இருக்காங்க. அந்த உரிமை வந்து கிடையாது. நான் சொல்றதுதான் சட்டம் அப்படின்னா இருக்கணும்னா இந்த கவர்மெண்ட் சொல்லிட்டு எந்த ஒரு பிரச்சனை வந்தாலும் ஒரு கேள்விகள் எழுப்பின उड़ने जब आप सवाल उठाते, जब कुछ गलत हो रहा है सवाल उठाओ। आप सोच के देखिए 2014 में बोला था कि 2019 में आपकी सारे प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएंगे, लेकिन जैसे 2019 आ रहा है तो not a single promise which has been fulfilled, so now it shifts to 2022. What gives them the confidence that it will go to 2022? Because people should not raise the question. There's an issue, there's a lynching problem. Immediately the issue was shifted, it was deviated to something else. The minute you had a problem with demonetization, as we all saw, and who was hit by demonetization? Was any of the political party hit by demonetization? Were any of these rich friends hit by demonetization? No. You were hit by the demonetization. The working class was hit by the demonetization because we women always have the habit of collecting little money and putting it somewhere. मिर्ची के डिब्बे में, चावल के डब्बे गोनी में या कहीं भी साड़ियों के नीचे. We all have that habit and we all did that. And overnight, decide किया कि भैया वो पैसे तो नहीं चलेंगे. शादी के लिए अपनी बेटी की शादी के लिए पैसा जमा करके रखते थे, बच्चों की पढ़ाई के लिए पैसा जमा करके रखते थे, बूढ़े माँ बाप के लिए दवाइयों के लिए, उनके इलाज के लिए पैसा जमा करके रखते थे. कुछ हाथ नहीं आया, सब गया, सिर्फ रद्दी, पेपर की रद्दी थी. उसके बाद what the government had promised, have they fulfilled? No. Why can't we raise a question against them? Why can't we speak to them? This is not the problem which is plaguing our country alone. Women have been pushed from all corners all over the world. The working conditions of women. We talk about progressive world, we talk about, okay, we are moving forward, but actually when you look at it, it's only on the papers. The working class women have been pushed behind you, moving back to storage. And this is not acceptable. This is something we need to address. And how are we going to address it? By raising a voice. And how are we going to raise the voice? By helping each other. And how are we going to help each other? Telling them that I stand with you. You have an issue, I am part of you. This 5 different fingers, maybe single fingers, when we come together, it's a power, it's a strength. And this is the strength of women from different walks of life. When we say, we are going to stand united to solve the issues that everybody, because gone are the times we say that, this is not my problem. अरे यार ये मेरा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, यहाँ नहीं प्रश्न करें यार ना यार किधर ताले इटना आमनो ताले इटदा प्रश्न तीरवे मुड़ियों ये ना इन्हीं की पकड़ नहीं चल पर प्रश्न इतना ना नहीं उनको भी टूला तो प्रश्न वर्ग से नया माला जो वर्ग में नहीं योसी पे कहीं यो ना पकड़ ले यार नहीं ये यार तो इधर क्लामो इला आपको योसी पे कहीं यो पकड़ नहीं ले प्रश्न इनको तो नमको यहाँ के इधर क्लामो इन्हीं क्या होंगे ना हम ये जो हमारी गंदी आदत है ना कि यार उसके घर का प्रॉब्लम है, हम क्यों उसका नाम छोड़ें. वो कल जब हमारे घर पे आता है ना तो साथ में कोई नहीं रहता तब फील करते हैं यार काश मैं उनके घर चला गया होता, उनकी थोड़ी मदद कर दी होती, 4 लोग मेरे साथ खड़े तो होते. लेकिन सच्चाई जब होती है, सच्चाई जहां होती है वहां पर लोग आके खड़े हो जाते हैं. आज हम सब एक साथ यहाँ पर हैं क्योंकि हम सच्चाई में विश्वास रखते हैं, भरोसा है कि कुछ भी हो जाए सच्चाई तो सामने आनी। कितने दिन छुपाओगे आप सच्चाई को? सच्चाई तो सामने आनी ही है और सच्चाई के लिए हमें साथ लगाना चाहिए। We need to stand united, we need to stand together for honesty, for our integrity, for our self-respect, for our dignity. Today we have Ms. Testa Setalwar with us. The kind of problems she has faced, that does not deter her at all. She says, I still continue because I believe in myself. I know what I'm doing is right. And we salute women like her that she is with us today, because we have so many other women who get inspired from her. They say, no, I am going to be like her. I need to speak the truth. I need to come forward. I need to fight for the rights. It may not be my issue. It may be an issue of somebody else's. But I see that as my problem, because if I don't stand today, this world is not going to be a better place tomorrow. To make this world a better place, we all need to be here. We have people from overseas, from different parts of the country. Let's forget the political barriers. Let's forget what my party says or what your party says or what a third party says. It's not about politics alone. It's about we women have to stand for what we rightly believe in is ours and rightly should be ours. With the Sabarimala issue, quite shocking that Supreme Court, though Supreme Court has come up with a verdict which favors women, when you have nothing else to talk, a very young and able person like a finance minister comes out and says, he creates a confusion whether we should obey the Supreme Court orders or blindly follow a religion. If that is what has to be followed, I don't think we need a constitution at all. Why is it that we go knocking at the doors of laws? Everything is not or cannot be political. Everything cannot be communal. We have lived in this country under one umbrella with a lot of harmony and respect towards each other. Respecting each other's religions, respecting each other's faith. But today, unfortunately, everything is at stake. Everything, every word you speak, everything you want to do, every action of yours raises a question. And that is something we need to get rid of. Working class people, especially women, there are several various working class. Which working class are we going to talk about? Every working class woman needs a dignity. And this has to start from home. It's as simple as that. It's not that I'm on the dais and somebody is right on the last bench, so there's a lot of difference between me and you. Probably several rows, but no. There's no difference because you're a woman, I'm a woman. Now you're a pet, you're a pet, you're a pet, you're a pet, I'm a woman, எந்த அளவுக்கு நான் எனக்கு வந்து ஒரு மரியாதை இருக்கணும் நான் எதிர்பார்க்கிறேனோ நான் உங்களுக்கு அளவுக்கு மரியாதை கொடுத்தா நீங்க அந்த மரியாதை எனக்கு திருப்பி கொடுப்பீங்க அவ்வளவுதான். சோ முதல்ல நான் உங்களுக்கு மரியாதை கொடுக்கிறது கத்துக்கணும். நான் உங்களுக்கு மரியாதை கொடுக்கலன்னா நிச்சயமாக நீங்க எனக்கு மரியாதை கொடுக்க மாட்டீங்க. So we have to learn to respect each other first. The class वो जो भेदभाव कहते हैं आप ऊपर हैं आप नीचे हैं, we cannot work on those lines. We need to erase that line. We need to erase the line of any kind of communal which brings in disharmony amongst us. We need to erase that. Anything which says that I am above you needs to go. We need to stand with the women, the working class women, and say that we all stand together. Even in a field, in a paddy field, a woman works the most. Even when you look at the animal breed, the breed, even there, it's a women who does everything. It's a hen which lays an egg. It's a cow which gives milk. Everywhere it's about the gender, but there's so much gender discrimination in this world. And I think in a way we have to be blamed for that because we allowed it. The gender discrimination, we allowed it. We let it say that, okay, it's fine for a man to be above me. I'm a feminist, I'm a true-blooded feminist, but I'm not a bra-wearing feminist where I would say that, okay, a man can go for a nature's call on the street, so I'm going to do the same. No, I know where my limitations end. And I have been saying you have to be a rebel, but you need to be a rebel with a cause. You cannot be a rebel because it's fashionable. You cannot be a rebel because it's fine to be seen and heard, or it's not okay to be just known as an activist. You have to be an activist, you have to be a rebel, but you need to prove it that you're working for a cause, for the society, for the women, for a better future for our children tomorrow. So my dear ladies, my beautiful women friends from different class, different religion, different communities, I stand here not as an actor, not as a political party leader, not as anything, with no difference between you. I stand in front of you just as one woman who understands what the problems of another woman. A mother who says that I understand the pain of a mother. A woman, when at the onset of the speech I said, gone are the days when women were not even allowed to enter this world. I was born after 3 brothers. I was the 4th child to my mom and dad. And I was a girl. And I belonged to a Muslim community, Muslim family. And my dad didn't come to see me for 4 days in hospital because it was a girl. So I know how it is. So we need to fight. And today I am here fighting for the cause because I know, not because a 4-day-old child would know what a pain is. No. But I know that 4 days what pain my mom went through when her husband didn't come because it was a 4th was a girl. And it was not her fault. She had 3 boys and she wanted a girl. And if it's a girl or a boy, it's the sperm of a man and the egg of a woman which combines and gives you the gender of the child. So if my mom was to be blamed, I think my father should have been equally blamed for that. But then he didn't want to see a girl in the family. So I think we have come a long way. Today I'm blessed with 2 beautiful girls, and I'm married to a man who said 2 girls are my angels, and we don't want another 3rd child. So let's not have any more babies. It takes very, very strong thoughts for a man to understand what a woman wants. But I think we women need to stand united, we need to stand together with all our indifferences, with all our problematic individual problems. But we need to come united, we need to stand together, and we need to make the working place a very, very safe environment for the women. We have to tell them that go ahead, dream, because I'm there to make sure you have wings to fly, and if you fall, I'm there to hold you tight. So women, let's stand together, and in the level of Manikla, Nichumava, Arthamare, Makabai, Varumana Teria. கனவு கண்ணுங்க, பறந்து போங்க, விழுந்து பத்தி பயப்படாதீங்க. விழுந்தாலும் அடிபட்டாலும் இதெல்லாம் ஒன்றும் பெரிய விஷயம் இல்லை, அதெல்லாம் ஊசியெல்லாம் தட்டிட்டு கலந்துறதுக்கு பெண்களுக்கு இருக்கிற தைரியம் ஆண்களுக்கு கிடையாது. விழுந்தா வீட்டிலே மண்ணு ஓட்டனாலும் இது நம்மமானடா ஒரு பெருமையோட தொடச்சிட்டு போவோம் பாருங்க. அதுதான் ஒவ்வொரு பெண்ணுடைய மிகப்பெரிய பலம். பறக்கிறதுக்கு பயப்படாதீங்க, பேசுறதுக்கு பயப்படாதீங்க, உங்களுடைய கனவு கட்டுறதுக்கு பயப்படாதீங்க. ஒரே ஒரு விஷயத்துக்கு மட்டும் பயப்படுங்க, உங்களுடைய மனசாட்சி. மனசாட்சிக்கு பயந்து எந்த விஷயம் பண்ணாலும் கண்டிப்பாக நான் you are nothing but yourself, your conscience. That's it. So let's stand united and let's say we all are there to make this world a better place. Thank you very much.